what's going on Facebook? I'm going to give it a second to let a few people join here, but for those of you watching the replay, I'm going to be talking about something that we've been seeing a lot of in Salt Lake right now and all around the country too. There's a lot of rental scams going on. Let's see. Hey Jeff West, how you doing? Thanks for joining. It's weird, it says there's 4 people on here, but it only shows 1 that I know. 10 people. All right guys, thanks for joining. Today I'm going to talk about rental scams because this morning hey Gabriel, how you doing? I've been dealing with some people have reached out to me who they've been looking for homes to rent in the Salt Lake area, and they'll reach out to me because my name has been attached to some rental scams in the Salt Lake area, and this is very, very common, especially this time of year. The rental market is extremely competitive, and so people are trying to get any advantage they can just to get a place to rent. So it's not like renters can just pick anything and they can take their time. They're trying to beat out their competition and get some homes under, for rent. And so, hey Jeff, man, you personally dealt with someone who scammed our listing. Yeah, this has been going on for years in the Salt Lake area. So I've been in the real estate business for just under 6 years, and for the last 4 or 5 years, well, 3 or 4 years, some of my listings have been taken by scammers. And so here's what that looks like. They'll go to either the MLS or a local site like ksl.com, and they'll look for houses for sale. They will then take those photos, they will take the address, and then they will create their own ad putting that house up for rent. They'll use their own phone number, they'll use all their own contact information and email and everything like that. And so what will happen is if you're looking for houses for rent, you might find this amazing looking house that's only $1,000 a month. And you're like, holy crap, that's such a deal. So then you reach out to the owner and they have this big long email set up, and they have their canned responses, and so then you try to reach them. Or this lady I was talking to earlier today, she every time she said, hey, I want to get in to see the house, when can I get in to see the house to see if I want to put in an application? And this scammer just had all these excuses for her of why she couldn't get into the house. And so that's a red flag right there. In the emails that he was sending her, and I'll have some screenshots in a little bit that I can post here in the comments. Hey Sydney, how you doing? Thanks for joining. So my train of thought was totally interrupted. I'll post some screenshots of the emails that this particular scammer sent to this one lady who I was talking to earlier. Hey Laurie, thanks for joining. Hey Cole. And it becomes obvious, like if you are looking for a place to rent and you're in contact with who you think is the owner and something doesn't seem right, run with that. It doesn't mean that it's definitely a scam, but definitely ask more questions, do some more due diligence, do some more research. This guy was asking this lady to, hey, I can't get you, I'm busy doing this, that, or the other thing, but if you want this house, I need you to here's an application and here's where to send your money. All right, here's where to send your security deposit. So he's asking for money up front. That's another huge red flag. I mean, unless you meet with somebody in person and see the house and it's a legit deal, then you don't ever want to do that. So here's how you can spot a rental scam. First off, if it seems too good to be true, if it seems a little weird, if the communications from the owner or the landlord seem off or seem a little weird, run with that. Go with your gut on that. Investigate further. What you need to do next is go to a good real estate website locally. So in our area, you can go to my website, searchsaltlake.com, and you're just going to basically put in the address of the home to see if it's currently for sale by another real estate agent, because that's the scam. So all you have to do is take the address, and here I'll show you. Let's see. All right, so you take the address, you go to a local real estate website. So this is my website, Search Salt Lake. You just go to Search Homes, and I already know of an address that this was happening on. Hang on, let me dismiss that. All right, so you type in like 24. So on my site, you can type in the address of the home, all right? And this is so easy and so basic, but make sure you do your due diligence before you go about trying to rent a home. And then you put in the city, let's see, Salt Lake. All right, so you're just searching the address on a local real estate website. If you're in Salt Lake, you can use this one, search saltlake.com, or any of the other ones that you like to use. It really doesn't matter. Do not use ksl.com. Do not use zillow.com. Those are where the scams are originating. Those are where these scammers are putting the rental ads. So don't use those. Use a real estate agent's website. So you can see right here that this home is under contract for $440,000, okay? It's listed on the MLS for sale. It has all the details, it has the photos, and chances are you just saw these same photos on the scam listing, right? And supposedly this one, they said it was being rented for $1,000 a month. Give me a break. This front room should be $1,000 a month. So you can see the listing number right here, and you can scroll down and it'll show you, who the listing agent is, and it just has all the information for you to, let's see, seller's representative. You can find out who the listing agent is or reach out to whoever owns that website and just double check with them. Just say, hey, look, I just saw an ad that this home is for rent. Is that legit? And they'll probably tell you no. If you're seeing it on a real estate website, it's probably not legit. Right then and there, to just cut and run, move on to something else. And I know it's extremely competitive in the rental market, so some things you can do in Salt Lake are check propertypond.com. That's a rental website owned by our local MLS. They don't have a ton of inventory on there, but it is an option. Local Facebook groups are a great option. Networking, letting people know what you're looking for, letting people know what your budget is, asking for a 2-bedroom apartment in Murray or whatever it is, but ask in local Facebook groups. Work for it. Just keep asking and pounding the pavement, looking at a bunch of different websites. If you're looking for an apartment, check out abodo.com, abodo.com. Check out rentcafe.com. There's a handful of other ones aside from just Craigslist and here locally, ksl.com. So hopefully that helps you guys. Just run with your gut, all right? Because rental scams, it's not even really spring in Salt Lake yet, and these rental scams are already bad. I mean, there's so many of them. And so just go with your gut. If it seems too good to be true, or once you start communicating with the owner or the landlord, if it seems off, if it seems weird that you can't get in to see the house, if they want money up front before you've even seen it or before you've even applied, those are all red flags. So run with those, and then like I just showed you, do your due diligence, run the address through a local real estate agent's website to see if it's currently for sale. 99% of the time, it will have been stolen from a local real estate listing and then just put up by a scammer as a home for rent. So hopefully that saves you guys some time and some money and some headache by not getting caught into one of these scams. If you have any questions, definitely just ask them in the comments below. I've seen these things for years, so I can see right through them. But if you have any questions, if you want me to do any of the research for you, or if you just have a question about a situation that just doesn't sound right, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. Any good real estate agent will be more than willing to help you figure out if you're getting into a rental scam or not. And it doesn't take much effort and much time to figure out if it's legit or not. It just doesn't. Just like I showed you, you take the address, go to searchsaltlake.com, search the address, and if it pops up as a listing, you know it's a scam. Then you can move on and quit wasting your time. So Scott Crossland suggests Hot Pads app for rentals in Tampa. Very nice. And I'm sure, depending on where you're at in the country, there's all sorts of websites you can check. But just don't look. If you see a house for rent, always make sure that it's not a scam listing. That's just the time that we're living in. It sucks. It is what it is, but you have to triple check that you're not getting into a scam. And wasting your time is one thing, but once you actually give a credit card number or PayPal or send some money to someone, it's too late. your money's gone, and good luck getting it back. That just sucks. So hopefully this video helps some of you guys. I will quit rambling. Again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dustin Brohm. I'm a real estate agent in Salt Lake City with the Search Salt Lake team of Equity Real Estate. My website is searchsaltlake.com. You can use to double check these addresses to make sure that they're legit and that they're not listed for sale. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.